charging. Yep. Got a rattle in the door I got to fix. It's done that ever since I loaned it out for a movie. That's kind of annoying. Hey y'all, Bob with Million Mile Garage. Getting the car ready. Haven't driven it much this spring. It had a rattle in the door that was absolutely driving me crazy. And I couldn't for the life of me figure out why until I took it apart and saw. And if you look in the bottom of the door there, you can see there's a little piece of door roller that probably started out life looking a lot like this one. There's my spare that I dug out of the attic this morning. And the reason it was making all the racket, of course, is that little nub is left after the wheel breaks off, and it just rattles around in the door guide. It's absolutely awful. Probably the result of that was when I loaned this car for a movie shoot. I know I pick on those guys a lot. There was no malice, but some folks just, I don't think they know how to handle a classic car. So I think what they were doing was grabbing the door by the glass when the glass was halfway rolled up, and using that to close the door, just grabbing it by the window or the glass. And also, you know, these Chryslers, the doors slam easy too. But, you know, again, it's a 50-year-old car, so I can't really assign a lot of blame to that, other than I've always been real gentle with the car. And I've tended not to have those problems. It seems like every time I loan one of my cars out, it always comes back with some kind of issue like this. So I think I'm kind of done ever loaning this car out to anybody. I think that's it. And I guess I'll stop rattling about this as well and get the rattle fixed. Let's see how it turns out. Hey, and any of y'all tuning in just because you want to see what it takes to get one of these door glasses out, you do have to remove the door stops at the top of each of these tracks. There's one on each end of the door, and I've already loosened this up with the wrench, and I'm just going to just gently lift it out. You can see that right there, and then I'm just going to grab it with my fingers and pull it out. If you don't take those out on each end, there's one over here too, which I've already removed. You can see there it's gone. If you don't take those out, you won't be able to get the glass out. Hey, also just me, I just kind of going off of memory from when I swapped some glass out on this Duster many years ago. I do have to take the window felt off, or you know, that's kind of like the window guide. It's an adjustable rail that sits on top. This has to come out as well, otherwise the studs on the glass will catch on it, the little retainers, so I took that off. And because if you don't, they won't clear the metal part here. It won't let the glass come out. And I've already got the glass undone. It's only got a mount there, which you can see I've taken the nut off. And then there's one over here as well. And I just let the glass fall out. And all I have to do is just reach under here, get it going with my hand, grab it up here, and pull it out. It should come right out. Okay, I got the glass out. I just got it laying on a towel on the bench here next to the car. And you know, there's the broken one. I'm sure that roller is down here. I can probably reach in here with my fingers and grab some of it, what's left of it. There's the remnants of one. It was on there like that at one time. Okay, sure. And they come off pretty easy. It's just got these little dealios here. They're kind of a little awkward to use. I think I do have a pair of pliers that are designed for doing that, or I'll improvise. And I did notice the ones where the regulator mounts to the glass, these were actually loose, which is really not a good thing. I'm always careful about, I never wanted to put those on real tight. I was always afraid I was going to crack the glass. This one over here too, I can see the mount is a little loose. Hopefully it's not the rivets are loose from them jerking the hell out of the glass. Hopefully it's just loose as well. Yeah, it looks like to me it's just loose. You can see it wobble just a little bit. So that'll need to be tightened on. Yep. I'll tighten on that. It should be fine. And you can see this one here. It looks like it's actually okay-ish. That's fine. It's got some play in it, which, you know, it's got a lot of use on it. I might actually take see if I can find the other spare in the attic for that as well. But definitely change out on this one today. And that thing actually wobbles. Sure, that would contribute to rattles as well. Hopefully the new one's not like that. Yeah, they must have really beat the hell out of this for that to be loosened up like that. Wow. Okay, and who knows? It's 50 years old. Maybe it's just from opening and closing the door a million times, right? Million-mile garage. All right, I'll get to wrenching on this and get this back down and see if I can get my rattle fixed. Yeah, I actually found this in my toolbox from 30 plus years ago. I actually just took a small U-bolt and mangled it to fit these things right here. And then I can just go in just like that, and I can loosen it up. There we go. Sure. All right. That works pretty good. That's probably finger tight at this point. Yep. I'll get that off, no problem. And this is what I found when I took this off. You see this bushing is just destroyed. It's all dried up and cracked. I'm gonna see if I can make something else to put around that, or maybe I got a spare one in the parts bin as well. It's just one of these dealios here. Oops, boy, that's really crispy, isn't it? Okay, we'll be gentle with that. Yeesh. So I found a spare one in the attic, and of course the center of it is kind of broken out or wallowed. It kind of goes like that. I actually borrowed it from this, would have went there. Might be slightly different. I did find what I think is an antenna patch hole for a car cover, and it's about the same thickness, and it's in a lot better shape. And I'm thinking if I just stretch it over this remaining piece of grommet left there and tighten down on it, it's the perfect size for this. It'll fit right inside that, just like that. I shouldn't have any issues when I tighten it down. At least I don't think I will. Actually, is it too small? It might be a little smaller, but it probably covers enough of the edge. That shouldn't be an issue. I might, I'll try the plastic one first. If it doesn't crumble, that's what I'll go with. Okay, looking good. I got the old window tint scraped off while I had the glass out, so that looks nice. And I did do the old trick where I basically got in the car and rolled the windows up, and then adjusted the window stops so that they line up good with the gasket. Looks like that fits pretty good. And also I'm noticing no more rattles. So if I take my window crank and roll this down, so you can see how nice it went back together. Put that down like that. And of course no rattles. You close the door like this now, you don't get all that rattling noise. Nice and quiet like it should be. I'm just bringing this down a little farther so we can see it. You can see that roller's in there now, it's tight. See, I can't move that back and forth. I get very little movement. So I don't think we're gonna have any rattle problems. She's tight. In fact, I'll give it the halfway up test. About like that. Let's see how it does. That sounds pretty good. Yeah, that's nice and solid. So now when this car's idling and stuff, it's not gonna be vibrating that to death anymore. All right, so all I have to do is get the door panel back on, wash everything up. That original splash apron's in sad shape. Of course, the back of that door panel's in sad shape too. I'm kind of debating whether I want to try to make a new backing for that door card or not, but I think for today, you can see where I've actually used double-sided, or what do you call it, Velcro, to reattach it. You see I pulled some of the door panel off with it when I took it apart. Unfortunately, I'll have to do something about that, but at least I got the glass fixed, so that works like it's supposed to now. That's cool. Hey, I lucked out for a Mother's Day present. We bought a fire pit, and some of the parts were wrapped up in plastic, so I made a new vapor barrier. And you can see where I'm using 3M hook and loop to keep the door panel on. That's what we're doing over here. It works pretty good. And then anywhere that I accidentally smeared some glue reattaching some of these, I put some plastic here, because otherwise the door panel will stick to that the next time I have to remove it off. So I think we're pretty much ready to put her back together. Okay, let's see how she looks. Oh yeah. Oh, that went back together pretty nice, actually. You wouldn't know this was all patched up, would you? Looks pretty darn good. Sure does. And when you close the door, no rattles. She's tight. No rattles. Oh, that feels nice. Oh yeah. Oh, I accidentally moved the seat up. Oh, there we go. Just sit in it. Listen to that nice solid thunk. Nice. The window rolls up and down nicely. Oh yeah. And she's solid. No rattles. Alright, I'm gonna have to drive this thing tomorrow. Cool. Hey, so we took the duster out today. No rattles, super happy. Just gonna visit the Dollar Tree in Madison and the Walmart, and we discovered ethanol-free high test at the Murphy's gas station here on Madison Boulevard here in Huntsville. Really stoked about it. Only $3.93 a gallon too, what a bargain, huh? So we filled up. Cool. How fast are we going?
50.
How many RPMs?
Like 2,500, 2,600.
Yep. And no rattles. Got the windows down. Nice. I dig it. Out. All right, we're back. I just had to show off with the door closed. No rattles. Doesn't rattle with the car in gear. Cool. Ooh, it charges in gear too. That's nice. Sweet.